Good afternoon. Thank you, Emina, for this short introduction. Also, I would like to thank Sonia Soldo and other members of Pogon for inviting me to this forum. And I'm hoping that I will be able to address some of the problems and ideas and thoughts on this mobility in artistic, so-called international artistic network. So I'm a member of a curatorial collective called BLOK, based in Zagreb, established as non-governmental organization in 2001, which acts in the interspace between art, activism, and urbanism. So it's very important to say that our projects are realized as a platforms of collective efforts of curators, artists, researchers, and anyone with the interest to the matters of public space and creative common spaces. Also, in this very context, for us it's very important to support and to produce the artistic practices responsive to the social circumstances and production conditions. So, during our activities from 2001, we had several different programs in several different formats, like festival, series of lectures, exhibitions, publishing, also long-term research projects, and we were very much engaged in public debates or struggle, I should say, concerning the transformation of public space. So, UrbanFestival is actually the most important program of BLOK, and it's a festival of artistic interventions in public space, which explores their own context and the social processes that generate them. So each festival, each year, deals with a specific issue on urban topics. And for us, it's very important somehow to find a way in this very specific context of reduction and privatization of public space to find and to address some ideas of space as a public good. Also what is important to mention that UrbanFestival is an international festival and that we each year we are inviting international artists to be part of our program. So that's why we have this research platform. It's very, let's say, hybrid residency research program, and it's very short but very intensive, from 10 to 14 days. And but during this very short period, residents become quite involved in the matters of public space and in local social and economic context. So somehow for us is very important to find this way, and we somehow believe that we find a very good model for a residency program that is very much connected with the really public needs, public problems, considering with the public space. And because it's sometimes we find it very problematic in this international network, artist network, that's a lot of residency, as we heard today. They're always sometimes very, artist is in some other, in the studio, not connected with the things that are in the city, that are the things that are happening all around them. So for us it was very important to find how artists can be active part of the society in the Zagreb. For us, it's also important to provide, okay, this is the picture of the artist in the public space, just to show that this idea of studio and the time of self-reflection isn't so interesting for us in this to do. Also, it's also very important to provide all costs. So we are providing travel cost, per diem, accommodation, honorarium, and production cost. And this is really the most important thing for us to do. And here we come to the one problem we now have considering this budget. As we all know, the cuts for cultural is going down, and for us, for this research platform, the most important is support from Department of International Collaboration, Ministry of Culture in Croatia, but they have a very big budget restrictions, so they cover only travel costs and accommodation costs. So this is the key question I would like to discuss with you somehow. This is, if we are talking about mobility, the question is mobility for whom? So that's why I did little research, and I count all the artists we had on the UrbanFestival since 2001 in Zagreb. And so the statistics said that we had like 16 artists and more than 16 artists in these 14 years, and artistic collectives from Germany. We had more than 5 artists and artistic collectives from Austria, more than 5 from Great Britain, more than 5 from France, more than 5 from Netherlands, and 1 from Kosovo, none from Bulgaria, none from Romania, 1 from Spain, none from Slovakia, none from Ukraine, none from Greece, 1 from Portugal, 1 from Macedonia. So this is the main problem. For us in this situation, we always collaborating with institute, cultural institute in Zagreb, like Goethe Institute, France Institute, Austrian Cultural Forum, and so on. And this is what is happening in this situation. We are actually producing mobility for the artists based in very core of European Union, for very rich, mobility for the artists who are coming from very rich countries, and we are not able to invite more artists from so-called periphery of European Union because they don't have their institutes here, they don't have this kind of policy, and they don't have money in their local context that can support their mobility. So this is it. This is a very short presentation. Like I heard that only 10 minutes. It's thank you for your attention. If you have any kind of questions, maybe